Greetings fellow Decepticons, Sandblaster1987 here, beginning my Cybertron / Galaxy Force Autobot molds trilogy from eBay with Guardshell, aka Landmine. Although this is the Takara Tomy version, I will be referring to it as Landmine to avoid confusion, as most of my viewers will be more familiar with the American version of the franchise. As you can see, Landmine here is a very G1 Scrapper-esque payloader, except in a more earthy brown, metallic cobalt bluey grey and mango yellowy orange colour. As can be shown here, the scoop arm is articulated because obviously these are also the robot arms, so it can lift up here and here, but be careful because this also exposes the hands. And the bucket itself is on a stiff hinge. At the back here is an extremely long exhaust pipe, which is also a missile launcher. Press these three mini pipes together to fire the missile. Landmine comes with a blue Earth Cyberplanet key, or Force chip, since this is the Galaxy Force version. Silver border, because it's, not the Planet Leader character. Silver chrome sunset, or sunrise, or solar eclipse, or whatever in the middle. No code on the back, because it's the Japanese version. To access the Cyber Key power in vehicle mode, flip up the back wheels so that these wheels here are connected. Then insert the key into the hubcap, twist, and Force chip ignition. We can edit that out. These little planes pop out if I remove the missile launcher for a moment. This feature is generally intended for robot mode, but he did use it once in vehicle mode to stop a landslide falling on Optimus Prime and the others. As you can see, spinning this wheel here causes both wheels to spin at once. We'll get back to that in robot mode. For size comparisons, here are Deluxe Red Alert and the Universe 1 reissue of Scout Class Scattershot, the other two main Cybertron Autobots I currently have access to. And also Takara Legends Blur for comparisons. As you can see, even at the front of the scoop, which has some pretty nice silver scrape detailing in there by the way, and on the underside for that matter. But as you can see, Landmine is still pretty small. Bigger than Scattershot, but not as big as Blur and Red Alert. One of the shining points of the Cybertron cartoon and its Galaxy Force counterpart was the toy-accurate transformation stock footage, so I will leave it up to the animation to get to robot mode. As you can see, Landmine is appropriately stocky for a construction bot, even if he isn't one of the Decepticon Constructicons. Although he did get a similar repaint in the moving line as Allspark Power Grindcore, who was then repurposed as the Shattered Glass evil version of the Autobot Scoop. More on that another time. Anyway, as you can see, the colours are pretty much the same here. Brown on the forearms and the face. These smokestack things now, and a little bit more red is revealed for the lower legs. Articulation is pretty decent for a deluxe of this era, but it's still somewhat limited. 360-degree swivel, but no neck movement in terms of, ball joints of the head. Ball joints approximating universal motion of the shoulders because of the way it transforms. outward hinge, ball jointed elbows. The pistons that move there, shovel in vehicle mode, could count as in and out wrist movement, I suppose. And of course, the hinge on the actual shovel itself can be adjusted to your liking. Ball jointed hips, 90-degree knee bend, and swivel at the knee. And also the heels and the toes can move downward to clamp onto surfaces for more stability. The transformation features a pretty clever automorph in which these grey bits here flip down to expose a little bit of extra grey on the pelvis region there. He can hold his missile launcher like this, as is having wielded in the show. Does look a bit big in his tiny hands with the extended length of the exhaust pipe missile, but still. The cyber key gimmick also works here. Just flip the backpack up onto his head, move the smokestacks out of the way. And activate as before. In the show, this was known as the Cyber Tempest attack and was normally used to deflect and redirect stray missiles by the Decepticon Berserker Thundercracker to avoid them, hitting the humans. Due to the increased level of maturity that Hotshot has in the Cybertron cartoon, you could say that Landmine was the kid appeal character of the series, given that he is, red and yellow and he hangs out with the human Kobe quite a lot, partly because of Kobe's experience with mechanics and Landmine's constant need of repairs. For size comparisons, here is Landmine, or Guardshell, again with Red Alert, aka First Aid, Scattershot, aka Backpack, and Takara Legends Blur. These two actually were, Red Alert was the Cybertron release, Scattershot was the Universe 1 reissue. Don't know why they did that. Universe 1 was full of identical reissues of existing figures in the Cybertron line, mostly the Scout size. But anyway, that pretty much concludes this review. Join me next time when I review Nemesis Breaker, aka Dark Ligerjack, the Takara Toys R Us Japan exclusive Japanese Decepticon repaint of Leo Breaker, the rebuilt form of Overhaul from a jungle planet, till all are one.